moved to Australia when I was 17 years old, and at the time my English was absolutely crap. I was completely by myself. I was struggling so much to get work. I was applying to random places without any direction at all. In this video, I'll give you a list of the jobs that you're most likely to get accepted in, and some useful tips that I wish I knew before job searching. Without any ado, let's dive into it. I've split this video into two sections: the importance of quantity over quality, and my personal list of jobs and target working areas depending on how old you are. Statistically, the more companies you apply for, the higher the chances of you getting a job. I watched this video ages ago about an experiment that they asked people to guess how many marbles were in a glass jar. People would give random guesses, but when people were asked the same question over and over, the closer those guesses, the average was getting to the actual answer. And I think this is really interesting. The more attempts you have to the problem, the better the guess, and therefore the more likely you are getting to the right answer. What that means is that statistically, the more companies that you apply to, the higher chances of you getting a job. I'm saying companies because I've been applying for jobs like multiple times, but when I mean companies, I just mean like day-to-day jobs. Also, focusing on quality just leads to try to achieve perfection, and that is just a waste of time. You know, like retail, bartending, all these jobs are seen as ideal jobs, but we forget that at the end of the day, we just want to get paid well and get as many shifts as possible, regardless of what we are actually doing. Something that I tell myself a lot is that you have to make the job the ideal job once you're in, and not really searching for the ideal job. That is just a nice sort of mindset that I often keep in my head. And the longer you stay, the better the chance of you getting a pay rise, since by law they have to pay you more, at least in Australia. Now let's talk about listed jobs and target areas. From experience, this is strongly linked to how old you are, particularly here in Australia. I've split this section within an age range, so you can actually just pay attention to the section that is relevant to you. You can just skip and go straight into the section that you want. If you're over 24 years old and if you're a student, most likely you're doing masters or PhD, or maybe even doing a course in English. For people doing masters or PhD, it's clear research is the way to go. Completely abandon your Uber Eats account or whatever you're doing at the moment to get some extra cash. Just completely focus all your energy in getting into research. In my faculty, PhD students were getting paid on average $20,000 to $25,000 a year, and that is really good. I mean, if you're studying at the same time and you're getting 25k just for you going to uni, I mean, that is the best thing that could ever happen to you. Now, for those of you who maybe are studying English, if you're an exchange or something, this is the best advice that I can give you. You need to become friends with the locals. Mi primer lenguaje es español, créeme cuando te digo esto. They will improve your English in a rate that no course in this world would ever do. There is a book called The Unfair Advantage, and it essentially defines success as a combination of fair advantages and unfair advantages. Fair play is working hard, studying hours and hours to become really good at something, and an unfair advantage, for example, would be for you to be damn smart. These advantages were given by the acronym MILES, which stands for money, intelligence and insight, location and luck, education and status. From experience, the secret for getting work is in luck. Well, of course, everyone has to be lucky to get work, right? But I mean, you have to be at the right place at the right time with the right people. I don't like to see luck as a charm. Luck is something that you can actually manufacture, and the book actually gives examples how you can increase your luck. Meet more people, put yourself out there, go to more events. That actually increases your luck. You're exposed to new circles, and that naturally, according to the book, increases your luck. That is essentially how I managed to make 30k as a full-time international student, in which I made a video, so if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description or something. Now, if you're 20 to 24 years old, within this range, keep in mind that your hourly rate has to be by law higher. In this case, trust me, cleaning, dirty jobs, bartending, and security people, like from bars and stuff, are the way to go. These jobs are absolutely everywhere, and to some degree they require extensive manual labor. So they wouldn't really hire a young person because it's just not as effective. They will require you to work really late at night, like overnight shifts, or really early in the morning, and that is really good because it gives you a high hourly rate, but most importantly, it gives you more hours for you to allocate whenever you want. It gives you more space to do the stuff that you actually need to do, like study. Apply to shopping centers, pubs, offices. I can guarantee you'll find someone that can give you a name and a phone number, and you can just ring them. These jobs tend to be very casual. I had so many friends who got into cleaning and they're making at least $400 a week. But yeah, if I was to say something, the most important thing is that it gives you the space for you to do the stuff that you actually need to do with a good hourly rate. Now, if you're within 12 to 19 years old, aim for restaurants and retail. Boost Juice, Kmart, clothing stores like City Beach, Universal, Country Road, Macca's. All these stores are looking for a baby face because, truth be told, you're really cheap. But long term, as you get older, 17 to 18, you're going to start feeling the difference pay-wise and bruv, to the moon. This is actually the category in which I landed in. I was 17 years old when I moved to Australia, and here I am at 23 still working at Kmart. If you're handing in your resume, here's a tip if you are applying for Coles or Kmart. Ask any team member if you can actually talk to a manager. Try actually figuring out his name. Once you're face to face with the manager, you're going to say this, quote unquote, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah. I like to work here and I'm interested in any jobs that you may have at the back of the house. I'm interested in decanting, backfill, or online." Boom! That shows that you know about the store. Straight after you say that, you must tell your manager your availability. I'm free this day and I'm able to work blah 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 blah. Just say that straight away. Hopefully these killer lines will help you stand out. Oh, and also don't forget to apply during Christmas. That's when obviously there is a need for more stuff. That's it for today. I really hope you managed to find this video useful. If you like content like this, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe so you can help this channel grow. And I'll see you next time. See you later.